In early 1989, we let Jerry go to the Super Bowl. We don't know if he ever saw the game.
Who's going to win? Cincinnati.
And I got to tell you, it was like being in a Cincinnati community. I mean, the camaraderie among the fans, particularly when Jeff mentioned, like in the third and fourth quarter, when it was a roller coaster, all of a sudden we were winning when Stanford Jennings scored that touchdown. It was like unbelievable. We were really going to be Super Bowl champs. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And I hope everybody gets to share something like that sometime in their lifetime.
A sold-out concert here at Miami Arena of Frank Sinatra, Liza Minnelli, and Sammy Davis Jr. And you'll never believe who we picked out in the crowd. Oh, I guess no curfew tonight, huh?
Yeah, 11 o'clock, man, so Frank better sing in a hurry tonight.
He said, "You want a ball?" And I said, "Yeah," and he threw it to me.
Maybe the game is bringing out the best in people, but I tell you what, let's get back to what's really important. The game! Hooday! Come on!
The lawsuit names William Keating, chairman of the Cincinnati Enquirer, and several other Keating family members. But today, William Keating's name was dropped from the suit. No specific reason was given. Well, these folks who huddled outside the courthouse earlier today are no doubt thumbing through their long-awaited wedding pictures tonight.
News 5 on the Night Beat.
For all of us lucky enough to know Don Webb, what a wonderful man, and what a
radio will miss
great,
him.
yeah, what a great example for all of us.
I think so. Morning TV will also miss Jane Polly, I think, a bit, don't you?
Yeah, she's part of America. Before you make your plans for the weekend, be sure to check out Pat Berry's forecast. It's
oh, the roar of the crowd.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah, it's not just because we're here.
Right. It's not, yeah, it has nothing to do with us. And the survey said, right? And that's what they were plotting.
The survey said a man dropped his pants on the other side of the river.
And we'll have film and highlights
at 11,
I'm sure.
The Red Cross is going places with HealthWorks, and getting your health checked is a good idea.
Good evening. Another delay tonight in the Pete Rose gambling case. The answer to who will judge Pete has been pushed back for at least another 12 days.
Baseball lawyers want the case handled in federal court.
If it were any other person, would be subject to actions by baseball. Well, News 5 spoke with Pete Rose today about that article. He says he doesn't understand all the uproar. He was only elaborating on deposition testimony that was already made public. Why doesn't Giamatti simply say, look, I'm as honest and fair as the day is long. I have not already determined that Pete is guilty. But since the most important thing here is finding the truth and preserving the integrity of baseball as well as Pete's rights, I'd like to avoid even the appearance of having been biased. That's right, but now in determining whether or not Bart Giamatti can be a fair judge, they are going to talk about the kind of evidence that Bart Giamatti has in front of him and whether or not that was deduced fairly. The emotions that you must go through this week, the start of a new life, in a sense, with the birth of your daughter, at least the temporary suspension of what has been your life.
Springer began his television broadcasting career at WLWT in 1982 as a political reporter and commentator.
Good evening, I'm Jerry Springer. Tonight after the ball game, TV evangelist Jim Baker is found guilty.
This is an update from News 5.
Good evening, I'm Jerry Springer. Tonight at 11, Ohio Senator John Glenn could soon be the subject of an ethics investigation by members of Congress.
Good evening, I'm Norma Rashid.
And I'm Jerry Springer. Next on News 5 tonight, 2 boys are kidnapped off the street tonight in Claremont County. We'll tell you how they escaped. And it's down to the wire for candidates tonight as the election is just hours away. Yeah, you should read it.
It's interesting reading.
It is. Yeah, don't believe the people that just read that. I mean,
well,
they
he just read them.
lines,
yeah, and you take it out of context and.
Right. Otherwise, people think we're picking on.
Right, we're not.
We're not. We're not. It's a very good book, and everybody should read it.
You done?
Yeah.
Coming up next on News 5. All our time for now. Thanks for being with us tonight.
NBC Nightly News is next. We'll be back tonight at 11. Until then, take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Good night.